smiling at?
Nothing. I'm just happy to see you.
You were in Todd's wet dream.
Hey, there's no wet dream.
Oh, hi, kids.
Well, Craig David Wallace here is going to run the panel here because he's always he's the showrunner. He runs the show. So over to Craig.
Thanks for passing the buck. Thanks so much for coming out to this. It's really amazing to see all you fans come out for the show to hear us talk about the show. We did 26 episodes over 2 years, and it was the greatest experience of my life, and it's really great to see it have an impact on other people too. So thank you so much for coming out today. And we're here today really to talk about a little bit about where the show came from, how we developed it, how we come up with the ideas and turned it actually into the show. But we're also here to talk a little bit about season 3 of Todd. We'll get to that as we get later on into the discussion. I can't wait! Neither can I.
When did the Writers Guild contact you guys about this panel?
Around maybe a month ago, yeah.
Cool. And so what was their, like, were they just like, there's a huge fan base for this, why don't you come in and talk about the writing at the show?
Well, originally we got this message saying, we really want you to do a panel about the show. And we're like, we're canceled. And they're like, no, we really want to just hear about what you're doing to get the show, keep interest with the show, where it came from, how you wrote the show. And we were really excited about that. I mean, we love to talk about the show, so it was a great opportunity.
I wonder which pair of Satan's shoes.
During the panel, a little bit of the audition tapes were shown, and judging by your reaction, you really didn't want that to be shown. How did it feel to have your guys' audition shown up there on the big screen?
I liked it. I think it's funny.
Yeah, at this point, I think that it's funny to watch, but I don't know. It just always feels like at that
You did good. Is that what it is?
Yeah, thank you.
You did really good. You did good right off the. You did great off the bat. Your hair looked good. You brought in glasses. I thought I was so different from what I eventually started doing in the scene when we actually shot it.
Yeah.
And you were right there from the get-go.
Yeah, no, it's cool to see it, and yeah, you just get the script the night before, so I wonder how good could it be, and then it's exactly the same as what I did in the show. I don't know what that means.
You're a channeler.
Ah, yes,
Wait,
that's
so
what
you're
it
saying
is.
she's Chandler?
No, not.
Like
it's not a Friends reference.
Oh, okay.
It's
a channeler.
She's channeling
the
character.
We did that together. That was
Scene.
I always liked reading the scripts and just not knowing how we were going to get something done, which you guys touched on a bit, but also just the fact that it seemed ridiculous that it was going to get on air, like especially the first episode of season 2 with the all the poo. Yeah. I was shocked. I had no idea.
The thing is, I wasn't.
You weren't at all.
I was just like, oh, cool, good. Like, it was just like and honestly, yeah, Todd just made me feel like, oh yeah, it's all possible. Yeah, it's funny. Like,
if things go through and there is a season 3 or, as Craig was talking about, a possible wrap-up TV movie, where do you guys want to see the new Hannah and Curtis's storylines going?
I don't know. I think it'd be so cool to see you do something like totally different, because I know you could do it.
Well, that's where I'm at too, but it's just, we were kind of prying Craig today because normally he doesn't give us too much information, but he seemed pretty open, but he didn't say anything about where Hannah was going to go from there, but maybe we'll see.
So before we open up to questions, we'll just give you a little bit of a brief update as Todd Season 3. So we're working on it. It's really hard. Really where it looks at right now is that we're really hoping to do somewhat of a, a TV movie to really just wrap up the story that we had with Todd and get it to a point that we might be able to not exactly reconceive this series, but kind of reboot it as something that we can do possibly in an animated form where we're still seeing the same gang going on adventures week after week, but with tying up a lot of the loose ends that we've left in season 2.
Is there any small little sliver of storyline that you might be able to just, give us a tidbit, a feeder, maybe throw it out there to the fans,
Well, yeah. Well, Well, Elliot Everwood has a Elliot Everwood plays a very large role in season 3.
Okay.
You know, Atticus does come back because, you know, as much as everybody always talks about Hannah dying at the end of season 2, Atticus too disappears. He gets sucked into the book.
But there's no way we would have a show without Atticus or Crystal. So there's a way to bring it back.
Every hero needs a villain of the stories.
Absolutely, but does he stay a villain?
Kids today don't have much trust in authority figures. No one will mistake you for an authority figure, Atticus. Now be gone. Thank you very much.
All right, well, thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
And hope to see you all again in the future.
Absolutely, right on.
We love Geek Hard.
Messed it up.
We love Geek Hard. That's great. You guys love Geek Hard. Fantastic.
Not your show, Geek Hard.